All right, y'all, get in here, get in here, get in here, get in here. Word from God. Urgent. Um, Dang, God just showed me so much in the last 48 hours. But last night was even crazier. And I just feel like a lot of people need this word because a lot of people is, you know, getting into stuff they don't want to be in or being where they at, being somewhere they don't want to be in or positions they don't want to be in, not because of themselves, but because they're listening to others. I'm going to put it like that. So I'm going to start off how it started. So last night I did my Bible reading like I do every night. You feel me? I'm in the Bible every day. So I'm done. I closed the Bible up. I got back in it a second time that night. You feel me? Then the third time, I ain't going to say how the Bible flipped to this page because I don't need y'all in my business. But the Bible had gotten to flip to a certain page. All right, we're not going to say how it got flipped, but the Bible flipped to a certain page. It ended up on a story of Daniel and a lion den, right? So we all know the story of Daniel and the lion den. If you don't, go read it. Google it. It'll tell you what it is, whatever. So, all right, the story is basically, Daniel, he got thrown in the lion den. The lions didn't eat him. And the people that got him thrown in the lion den was then thrown in the lion den and eaten by the lions. So, but the whole point of it, it was all based off manipulation. They was hating on Daniel. So what they did was they went to the king. They made the king sign a treaty or a law saying this that they knew Daniel would break. You feel me? Talking about, oh, can't praise nobody but you, king. But they know Daniel was praising God. You feel me? So soon as they were praising God, what they do? They took it back to the king, said, oh, you signed it. You got to throw him in the den now. You feel me? The king didn't know how they set him up like that because he didn't want to put Daniel in the lion den, but he had to obey the law. You feel me? Because that was the law. He's the king. He got to stand on business. You feel me? So put Daniel in the lion den. Daniel did not do nothing wrong, and the king even knew that. You feel me? So the lions, Daniel prayed to God. The lions did not eat Daniel. So then the next day, the next day, the king said, take them out. The lions didn't eat them, you know. And then the king threw the people in that made him sign that dumb law. The king threw them in a lion den, and the lion ate them. All right, fast forward, I go to sleep. I have another dream. You feel me? I'm not going to get into the details of the dream. I'm just going to get to the lesson part of it. So in a dream, basically, the same thing was happening. Somebody was being led astray by somebody else. You feel me? And it happens to all of us. We might listen to our friends, listen to people we might know, or just listen to things on TV and music, and we might go off these things and do it, but that's not the things we should be doing, and it's leading us astray. You feel me? Just like if you out and everybody like, go this way, and something telling you, nah, don't go that way, but you still follow the people. Now y'all all dead. You still gonna suffer the consequences of following that bad advice. That's why it's good to have your own mind, your own intuition. You gotta tap into God so God can give you that sign what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't, just like when you get caught up in a law, oh, you was the driver and you ain't know they robbed somebody. Guess what? You still getting locked up. They still locking you up. So don't follow behind somebody's judgments or bad advice or what they saying. And I don't care who they is. They could be your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, the judge. They tell you something and it don't sit right with you. It's not godly, it's not right, and it don't match up with what's in your heart. You can't follow it, because if you go ahead and follow it, then guess what? Now you're in what they in. They just was trying to manipulate you so y'all all could go down, or so you won't be happy just like them. You know how misery loves company. All right, so fast forward, we back to obeying God's law. So now God then gave me another Bible verse. He told me, the story of when the disciple is Kings chapter 13, and it starts at verse 11, but you could read the whole chapter. So if you don't understand, God gives ears to hear, eyes to see. If you don't have it, baby, tap into God so you could get the understanding. All right. So the people, like I said, they got ears to hear, they're gonna hear it. So he told me Kings chapter 13 verse 11. All right, the disciple, God told him, don't go in one way, come out of one way. Do not stop. Do not stay and eat with nobody. That's what God told the disciple. Do not do it. You feel me? What happened? Somebody saw the disciple on the road. They said, please come in with me and eat. He knew what God told him, but guess what? The guy told him, oh, I'm a disciple too. An angel of the Lord came and told me to tell you to come in with me. So now he's like, oh, wow, the angel of the Lord came to this man. So, but this is manipulation. The angel never came to that man. God himself told you, don't go in the same way, go out a different way, and don't stop for nobody, and don't stay and eat with nobody. That's what God told him. So that's what he should have stuck in with. You feel me? But he didn't. He let this other person manipulate him. Like the devil and the enemy always come in trying to manipulate things. You feel me? So what happened? He goes and eats with the person, right? So soon as he leaves, he remembers, dang, I wasn't supposed to do that. God told me not, specifically not to do that. Soon as it came to his mind, he got eaten by what, y'all? A lion on the road. So that's what I'm saying. Both of them combined, the stories, the manipulation from the enemy, trying to get you to not do what God wants you to do, and not listening and not doing the right things, and listening to other people or anything other than God. It don't even got to be people. You know what I'm saying? Spirits come through different things. Manipulation come through different things. Just not listening to God's commands could end you, and not being a righteous person, not being just, not doing the right things could lead you somewhere, and you're still, even though you're not there by your own word, because you're there because they told you to come there, right? You're there because that's what they said. You doing something because that's what you saw somebody else do, but you're not doing what God told you to do. So even though when you get caught in that spot, you can't get your way out by saying, oh, they told me this. Oh, well, this is why I'm here. But it's still wrong. So you're still going to take that loss, and you're still going to, be punished for your wrongdoing. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that, rewind it back, take this word back to God, and like I said, if you got God gives you ears to hear, eyes to see. If you don't see it or hear it, I'm not sure if if you're godly or not. But all right, y'all have a good day. Yeah, I'm just basking in this revelation because it hit home. It's something that's personal in my life into somebody else, but I ain't gonna get into that. That's why I couldn't give y'all the details of how the Bible got flipped or what happened in a dream. I'm just here to give you the lesson. You know what I'm saying? All the personal details is none of y'all business. But just take the lesson from it. Like I said, get in your Bible and read it for yourself. Ask God to give you the word. That's all I can say, y'all. Have a good day. You know what I'm saying? I just had to get that off. God said, listen, you just got to tell it. Just tell it. So I just couldn't hold it in. And then I had it, not how, how you just have it ready to say and you don't want to mess it up. So it's like, let me just get it out right now because I have to. And I want to be obedient to God because it's a word he gave me to give, just not to the person, but to other people. You know what I'm saying? Have your own mind. Have a mind of God. Listen to God. Listen to your own intuition, which is God. You know what I'm saying? Some people call it intuition, but it's God. You know what I'm saying? But listen to that, not other people. It might be the opposite of what everybody say is right that you know. Your whole family might be against it. The whole world. But you got to go with what you know is right. You got to go off what you how you feeling, what's going on with you, not other people. You feel me? Don't get in nobody else BS behind nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because later you will be counting the cost and you'll still will be held accountable, even though it was not your idea. Even though you were told to do that, you still will be punished. Just like the law gets you, that's how life is. It happens like that. All right, guys, have a good day. Pray on this word to see what it is for you. It's for somebody out there, for me, for I know if it's just not for me, just like when somebody Sunday service preaching a word is not just for them. It's for somebody else out there that needs to hear it. So that's why I put it out there. That's why God wanted me to put it out there. Just do the right thing. Get closer to God. And that's all I can say to y'all. I love y'all. Have a good day. I'm about to have the best day because I just am. Now I just figure a lot out. So I'm like, oh, yes. Okay. All right. I love y'all. Bye. Yes.